Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm sticking with it. It is Tuesday for me right now. Day one of hopefully 2 or 3 more days this week. I ride the bike into work. Figured I'd start out by the parking garage. It's a nice area. Not really a lot of cars back here. Let's get on the road. I'll let that car go. This area down here is probably one of my favorite historic downtown areas. Not 100% sure why some of that's crossed off right now, but there's a nice water park thing that you can run through. Then you have this wonderful downtown area. I have spent quite a bit of time down here. And besides it being a brick road, this place has a few good local shops. Lately though, there's been a few companies that have been buying up some of the buildings. And there was a nice cafe right there, Three Birds Cafe. It's now out of business, not because they weren't doing good, but because the company that bought that building didn't renew their lease. Which honestly, I kind of hate. But, I mean, a place that has built themselves up on small local business and having a few small local businesses close down, it's never a great feeling. Right back here is one of the trail entrances where you can see along this road and well along that road, there's a bike trail. I used to ride on that trail quite a bit as a kid, riding into downtown Winter Garden just to get some ice cream or something. Yeah, it extends this way pretty far. I know it goes about 5 miles back behind me over towards another one of those trailheads. It's always sad to see small businesses close due to no fault of their own. There's not much I can really do about that. I don't have the money to buy the buildings. As I briefly mentioned in the beginning, it's Tuesday, second work day of the week. I rode my bike. I am now past the break-in mileage. The service center isn't open though, so I'm just gonna have to wait till I can get my bike serviced. There's a chance I might hit some rain. It rained a little bit earlier, but I think I'll be fine. And worst comes to worst, I hit some rain. But I did call into the service center earlier. They told me that if I can't get there at 3:30 by the latest, I shouldn't show up. Right now it's 5:30. They're closing in 30 minutes. I'll probably just have to try to go Saturday or maybe Sunday if they're open and finally get my bike serviced. It's what I've been waiting for the last 600 plus miles. And once I hit that, I'll be free to have a little bit more fun, I guess. Not that it hasn't really stopped me before. Just from now on, I do want to take it a little bit more carefully. I am taking a slightly different way home today. I don't know, this morning I took a different route in. I want to avoid 50 as much as possible. And I think if I do this, I should be able to. However, I will have people like this that are turning off the road right in front of me. We'll get to see some sights that are cool. Manheim car auction, I think that's where I bought my Jeep from back in high school. It might have been the Sanford Auto Auction. Up here there's a few classic car dealers. At least I think I'll pass them. There's the overflow for the Manheim car auction. Oh yeah, it is here. So a few months ago, maybe about a year ago now, this entire area, like that parking lot where the thing is, and both Manny Euro and this guy, what's that called? Past and Present. Both of them had a car show going on, and there was just a ton of cool vehicles lined up. That was just fun to walk through. I forget what I showed up in. I think it might have been a VW bus with one of my good friends. But going to shows like that really makes me want an old car. I mean, I have one. An old running car, which I'll get to one day. But yeah, coming this way, I usually come out on McGuire. And so if I turn here on McGuire, in theory, I should just have to cross 50. Then once I'm across 50, it'll probably look familiar. Yeah, places like that past and present are pretty cool. I mean, I remember some of the cars they had a pretty steep price tag that I wouldn't be willing to pay on some of those cars, but someone will, and I know that. What's he hauling? Honestly, I don't even know what that is. Pipes of some kind, I guess. Oh, it's a green light. It's a green light. Why aren't you moving? And yeah, we are back to what should look pretty familiar. I'm glad I thought about going straight on McGuire this morning. And I probably could have made that light, but I'll wait. I do enjoy being on a bike. It gives you a lot of freedom. Sometimes though, I feel like I'm still new enough that as I'm riding, and I'm pretty comfortable on the bike now. I mean, I know that there's definitely some more things I can learn about it. This morning I was riding into work, and I kind of had to sit there, and I had like a moment while I was listening to music. I had a moment while I was listening to music where I was like, dang, I'm really on a bike right now. I really bought a motorcycle. I'm really just riding it to work. And it's just fun. I mean, you do have to be watchful over cars like this guy coming up behind me. Like, I'm already going fast, right? I get I'm not, like, I'm going fast on this road, I will admit. He's going next level. And oh, I think it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Uh-oh. I wasn't expecting to be in the rain today. I knew it would happen one of these days. I was really hoping today wasn't that day. It's pretty light right now. I mean, I'm getting pelted a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to suffer through this a bit. I was at least hoping that it would have been closer to my house that I hit the rain. But I have been getting into wanting to self-host my own things. And I've like tinkered with it in the past a bit. I've had a Plex server. I've helped my mom set up her own local storage backup for her photos, family memories. I just haven't really done it for myself. And I mean, a lot of it's been the networking in my house, or in where I live now, and understanding that I don't want to live where I am now forever. And so I never really put a lot of work into it. But I am excited about moving and starting to put some of this stuff together. Because even something as simple as cutting out my Google Photos subscription that I never thought I'd have to have because of the whole Google Photos are free forever. Turns out they're not free forever. I guess I should have thought about it a little bit more, but Norway put out a video. I don't know if I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description talking about just how bad everything's getting. I mean, it's very satirical, and it's kind of the point of it. But, like, there really should be something to be done about this, right? Instagram for the longest time was you followed your friends, you saw what your friends were up to. Maybe you followed a couple meme pages, or you followed some content creators, and you saw what they did. Whereas now, everything is so algorithmically based. And I mean, I know, like, this is going up on YouTube. It's an algorithmically based platform. Sometimes that's good for creators. They get their stuff out there to people who never would have seen it otherwise. But at the same time, the platform is built for you to have all of your attention sucked into it. Like, doom scrolling is such a huge thing that when I was a kid, that wasn't even like a thought process. There was nothing to doom scroll. You just had your feed with your friends, and once you ran out of new posts, that was it. I mean, I know there is like a resurgence of the indie internet, and it is something that I am just generally interested in, but I'd rather set up a few local services for me first before I get into indie web development. And it is starting to come down a little bit. I do miss the promise of the internet, and I feel like it's just turned into something that is addicting. And I guess by making these videos, I'm kind of feeding into that. But at the same time, making videos, being human in this age of AI, feels better. I'd rather watch an hour video of someone being creative and doing something rather than doom scrolling AI slop. But like, that's kind of where the internet's going. I don't know. I feel like getting some of my stuff off of major platforms in the long run is going to help me cut back on platforms that I need to use versus platforms that I want to use. But I don't know. Building servers is cool. In reality, I just want to host my own Minecraft server. Purely for my friends. Who knows, maybe even if one day this channel is big enough, hosting a server for the channel. Having it all on hardware that I own. And I think that's the big thing. Ownership is kind of just being thrown out of the window. It does look like the rain's already cleared up. Hopefully it stays dry the rest of the time. I'm a little bit wet right now. It's been a good week so far. I'm glad to finally have a set of keys. I do plan, 630 miles. I can ride it into work a few more days and be fine. Something like that would be fun to have. I just don't think I'd fish enough for it to be worth it. Like, I'd rather just have a jet ski and have some fun. I get I wasn't in complete downpour. I'm a little wet. But I'm still happy I took the bike into work today. So many people running red lights. You always got to be careful, especially in Orlando. I've never understood how U-Hauls are really legal. How, like, any driver's license can just rent a box truck. Some of the stuff you see on their highways that U-Haul drivers pull is insane. That is a nice car. I love those K trucks. Yeah, after this first break-in service, my goal is to service the bike myself. It being a new bike and all, I'm gonna abuse the heck out of whatever free stuff they give me. And I'm pretty sure the first service is free. Either way, I'll have them unlock a few things, and any service after the fact I'll just be able to do at my house. I could. This is something I didn't really think about doing before. I'm gonna go down Kaylee. However, I'm gonna have to wait. I was gonna try to jump it, but I don't want to with Florida drivers. But going down Kaylee is gonna be a nicer drive home than going down Michigan, hopefully. There's almost no reason not to explore sometimes, right? Like, I get some of the areas might not be the best. But, like, I know where Kaylee eventually ends up. And in theory, this will be a nicer drive than most of my rides home. This might be my regular route home, honestly. And honestly, I don't know why I haven't taken this road more. There's going to be some traffic up here because of all the people exiting I-4. But I'll miss all of that Michigan traffic that I love so much. I am realizing I have my laptop in my backpack. Hopefully it didn't get too wet. I should have just left it at work today, but I didn't think it was going to rain again. And this is probably the way I'm going to take home every time I ride my bike from now on. I mean, I get I ran into a few lights. I don't know if it'll actually be faster. But I felt like I moved more. Yikes. That is not what I wanted. Hopefully I do make this light though. It's one thing I didn't truly consider. I think I will. Well, yeah. I had a good ride home from work today. It rained a little bit. I got a little wet. I really want to make a home server. That is a pink house. Gosh, that is pink. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, I think you might like me. So consider leaving a like, consider subscribing. I plan on making videos as much as I can throughout the rest of the year. Who knows, I might even start getting ahead of myself and having more videos to post. Right now, weekly's good. Weekly's easy. But as we get into these hotter months, warmer, less rain hopefully, should be able to ride more. Anyway, hope you all are having a great week. I'll see you next time.